Hello, Scrappy friends. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. So today we are going to look at our scraps. I hope that you have a collection that you can bring out and kind of sort through as we go through this layout today. So there's usually two reasons why I start looking at scraps. One would be the collection just overall is starting to get really piled up with some scraps, and every time I pull it out, there's just more and more scraps getting in my way. So I like to kind of take a look at them and decide if there's a way I could use them on a layout. And the second reason I might look at scraps is if I'm maybe finishing up a collection. Maybe I don't have any full 12-inch pieces of paper to make a layout, or I'm just done with it and I'm ready to file it and disperse it into my stash. So once I'm done with a collection, I then disperse it by color into my normal stash. And so when I say, oh, I pulled this from my stash, that's where I go. So today I'm looking at the What a Zoo 2 collection, and I've loved this collection. It's so fun, and there's so many great pieces left to it. I have a whole bunch of mat cards. I do the same thing with these. Once I'm done, I will file all these by color. Some of these are very thematic, so I would put them maybe into my zoo folder. And so I won't necessarily put all these by color. I will go back through and put some in different areas. I also have some of the layered embellishments left, as well as this one had some great puffy stickers. I loved these. They're so cute. And I have quite a few left, so I'm really happy about that. And then I also have a bunch of the stickers. I have a lot of the animal stickers left, and then some border stickers as well. So very fun. So I feel like I could get a lot more use out of this, but I am running out of paper. So this collection, I had some Fast to Fab inspired pages, as well as regular pages that came with the collection. So I did have some other Fast to Fab pages that I already filed away, but I pulled these two out to use today. Okay, so let's look specifically at the scraps I have left. And you'll see, sometimes I'll do this too when I make a punch out specific for the theme. I'll put it back in with the theme and keep using it. So I have that bamboo piece. I thought there was more than one. Oh, it's on a tag. I have this tag that I made, I never used, and then I have this punch out that I used, and then just some scraps. I have the one full sheet of the brown paper and just little scraps, a die cut, and you'll see here all these little scraps. Here's another die cut. So I want to kind of take these and see what I can do with them. So let's put these aside and bring back in Fast to Fab pages, because these will be my backgrounds for today. And I love these Fast to Fab pages because look, they're already done for you. All you have to do is get your photos, mat them if you want, maybe bring in a border punch of some kind and do something like that. Or even down here at the bottom, but very easy. But the one thing is today, I just want to play, use my scraps. I'm going to make 2 pages. I don't have any photos, so I'm just going to use some photo placement cards for my photos today. Okay, so I did like this. This is from Zebra Stripe Border Making Cartridge. This is still available. We still have this one, and it's very fun. One I don't use very often, and I kept this in here, and now as it turns out, this is the biggest piece that I have. I did see a couple other little small pieces, but nothing that I could punch a border out of. So since I only have one strip, then I'm gonna have to be creative and either cut it and maybe use half on each side, or maybe even just bring in some light blue paper and either punch new ones or just have different colors on each side. That's always a possibility. So let's just put that right there for now. I love the yellow. Let's see if we have how much of that yellow we have. It has a stripe on the other side. And I like this full sheet of brown paper. And let's see. If this were a strip, I probably would bring the strip right up here somewhere and do something like that. I could probably make that work if I piece them together, and that sometimes that is exactly what I have to do with the scraps. I kind of have to piece it together. So let's see, let's kind of keep that there for now and put this on the other side to remind us that we want to bring in yellow on the other side somewhere. But I think the next thing I want to do is maybe look at this, and I think I'm going to cut this down into two chunks of 6 by 12. That way I'll have half for each side. I do like the back side too, these little polka dots. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll have one for each side. And you know what? Now that I'm holding it in half, I could see that I could place it right over, and right away I can maybe split that border, cut it underneath, and it'll look like it's running all the way through. Let's see, let me go ahead and take this one and cut it down. In fact, as I was reaching for my scissors, I saw my paper tear, and I thought, let's give this a try. I could either go straight across, but I'm thinking maybe let's do it at a diagonal. Well, that looks pretty good. Well, I guess I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Maybe I'll come in from the other direction, and I don't really have a measurement here, but I can do this. Yeah, look at that. That'll be perfect. I'll slide it down just a tad and do the same thing. Of course, we just created more scrap, but we'll put it aside and see if we can get it used. And then on this side, I have plenty of this I can cut in half and take half over here and half on the other side like that. So that's good. Yeah, I think up here, I like this print and I like this print. And the black and white stripes are nice, but I think if I can cover them up, I think it makes for a better transition between the pages. So I'm gonna do that. In fact, let me go ahead and cut this zebra stripe in half so I know what I'm working with here. Half for each side. And then, well, I guess I could cut it in half again. Well, maybe I shouldn't have cut it exactly in half. Maybe I should have measured a little bit before cutting. Measure twice, cut once, is that the saying? Okay, well, let's keep going here. And yeah, should have measured that a little bit better before just doing that. So that's okay. Let's cut this down. We're just playing. It's scraps anyway, right? So it's 3 inches. We'll do 1.5 inches. Put this up here at the top like that. It's a little thicker than our other side. We'll come back and clean all that up. And I don't know if I'm gonna have enough here. Let's see. We might have to be a little bit creative with that, but you can see where I'm going with it. Let's cut this about right here. And then that one fits pretty nicely. I'm guessing maybe it wasn't a full 12 inches, or maybe I just keep, well, I might have to come back and put an embellishment right there. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down. There, that fits a lot better. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, let me go ahead and get the yellow and the blue adhered down and see what I'm missing right there. Okay, well, I got this part adhered down and I came back because I realized I had this small scrap. So I'm going to grab my zebra striped border making cartridge and see if I could just punch out a row that's going to fit perfectly in there. Let's see. So it fits in there nicely. Let me turn it upside down. and scoot it the other direction. Thankfully, these are kind of squiggly, so hopefully it won't matter as much. There we go. Then what I did with this one is, to give it that fray look, is I cut off the bottom, trim this down a little bit, and I think it's going to be perfect right there. Let me go ahead and get that adhered down. It fits perfectly right there. I have a little bit of a seam, but I'm okay with that, and I got that border that has been in my in my collection used up, so I'm very happy about it. I think what I'm going to do is right here, I want to kind of cover up that seam and make it flow a little bit nicer. I'm going to bring in this new square link punch. Because all I want is basically a strip, and this one has just enough detail that I think it's going to be nice. Let me grab those scraps back and see what we have here. I do like the green. I'll definitely be bringing the green in at some point because that's a nice big chunk of it. Ooh, some more of the polka dots. And I have lots of blue. And then some brown, and here's another piece of green. Okay, let's look at the blue. I'm wondering if I could do some more fancy cutting like I did up here and punch out maybe a couple rows of the square link and kind of mend it together with our other little hodgepodge right here. Let's see. I have enough on here I can get at least 4 sections, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's bring these back in. I think I actually had them going this way, but as you can see, it wouldn't matter. And there we go. I'll adhere that just like that, and that brings in a little bit more of the pattern that I have in this collection, and it helps me to cover up that wonky seam that I had from the blue zebra stripe that was already previously punched out. I do like this placement, and everything's looking good. Now, where's that green piece? I'm thinking to bring a little bit on each side of this. Let's see how big it is. It is almost 8 inches. It's 7 3/4 inches. So if I wanted a little piece on each side, I would need 4. Let's do about 1.5 inches. I think that's going to give me enough to do on each side. Okay, and then I'm thinking to bring it right down here. I'm going to maybe even trim it a little. I need 1 for here, 1 for here, and then 1 for up here. So I want it to look like it's just a seamless piece running underneath there. So let's cut these down a little bit. And we'll just tuck it like this on each side. There, it does look like it's running underneath. We'll get that all lined up nice. So I do think I like this plan so far. I think that's all the scraps I'm going to bring in. So let's see where I could put some photos on here. I cut down some black mats that I'll use for my photo placement. And what I have here is 2 5x4s, and I'm thinking these can go somewhere right over here, maybe even at a little bit of an angle. I have room. I can come up or down and do something like this. Yeah, I like that better. And then maybe I could use this spot up here for maybe an embellishment cluster with a title even. Over here, I have 2 that are 3.5 by 5.5. I could just repeat the same thing on this side, but I thought I would want to get more photos in over here. So I probably would do these. I could either stagger them like that. We could bring them in a little more playfully like we did over here and kind of put them at an angle. That way we can still see all of our paper. And then I have 1 square photo, and I'm kind of thinking somewhere right around here. Again, I want to see all my pretty paper that I just took the time to put together. And then right over here, I think I'll bring in a journaling box. So I'm going to grab those cards again. I had this loose one and it's green. I like that. Oh, it's going the wrong direction. Has some of that blue on it though. Let's see what else we have. We have some with yellow that are going the right way. Yeah, let's do the yellow one. I like that one. Yep, I like it just like that. What else do I have here? I have this little oval and this tag. Let's see if we can get something done here. Put that right there for a minute. The tag is cute. It's kind of big. If I scooted some things over, let's see. I don't think the tag's going to make it on this layout unless we do something like this and then move those around. Kind of still want to get a little bit, this has some journaling lines on it, but I think I would still want to do something maybe like that, and then I can use either or. Let's see where our embellishments, how our embellishments play out, but I do like that right there. And I have this one oval, it is brown, but let's see. We can do maybe an embellishment cluster down here. I have this one piece of yellow that matches. I think I might want to try and bring that in down here somewhere. Maybe just like that, just tucking it in to kind of help bring the yellow down from the top. I just have to find the right place for it. I'm gonna leave it right there for now and see how this plays out. Okay, let's look for a title to put up here. I have this one, which is super cute, Best Day Ever. Wildlife. Let's put it right there for now. Animal House. And I think that's it. I kind of like that down here. Okay, let me bring in some of these puffy stickers. They are so cute. I just really love puffy stickers. I think I want to bring in the elephant, and I'm thinking to put it right over here and kind of take up this big gap that I have here next to this little panda who, not too sure if he looks scared or not, but maybe I'd be scared if this big old elephant was coming toward me. Yeah, I like that. I think it's cute and it looks nice over there. I really like this little sign, and I guess I'm going more toward a zooey theme all of a sudden. So it just shows different directions. So I think I'm going to remove that Animal House one and kind of put this right here between those two pieces right there. So it looks like it's kind of covering up a lot of the seams. And I need a small animal. There's a possum here and the turtle. The turtle, I like the turtle, but he's facing the wrong direction. So I'm going to go with the possum. But there's also a little penguin here. Yeah, I'm going to go with the penguin. I think that's super cute. There are some titles. This one says, What a Zoo. I think I like that one better than this for this page, because I'm going with more animals. Maybe I like to put that right up there. But you know what I want to look for? Is that bamboo, that piece of bamboo, the scraps I had. Here it is. Take the bamboo, I'll cut it down, and then I can rest this right on top of the bamboo. So it'll look like that. Yeah, I like that. We'll cut it down to about here. Let's look at our sticker sheets. I'm looking for something like this to kind of tuck in behind some of these things and just pop out a little bit of color. I'll straighten all that out, but something like that. There's one more here. Maybe I'll take this one and bring it up here underneath the wildlife. There's just so many cute paw prints and things on here. Okay, let me stop here. I'm gonna get everything adhered down so we can get a better feel for what this is gonna look like. And I'll be back with a few finishing touches. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we are. I like it so far. It's kind of a little bit of a wacky page. I feel like things are going kind of everywhere, but I like it because it's called What a Zoo, and it kind of lends itself to this kind of wackiness. So let's see what we can bring in for some finishing touches. I know I want to bring in some of these paw prints, and I think what I'm going to do is just bring them right up here to my title area, because I have that open spot and that dark color looks really good. And then I think I'll bring in a heart, kind of put it right up there. Over here, let's see what else we have. I'm thinking some more hearts. Let's go for the green one and the orange one. Let's see. Put the green one, the orange one there, and then the green one kind of out here or down a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then I'm looking at these. This must have been left over from, I must have used the other one for some tucking or something. And so I'm thinking, I don't know, I like this corner down here. I feel like there's nothing down here. I can do something like that, like a little photo corner. Maybe have it touch those places, those other two. Not too sure. Maybe right over here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it right there. It kind of just looks like it's all resting right on top of that. Over here, well, we already have one heart, but we've used hearts in everywhere else. So let's go ahead and bring one in over here. Let's go for the green one. And we'll put it right down here. I think that's all I'm gonna do over here. So there we go. That's my layout. And I like it. There's just something fun about using our scraps up, and got this playful layout done. However, I am not sure how well I did on my scraps, because now I feel like I just have a bunch of little ones left. So some of the smaller ones I do just throw away. The bigger chunks I could definitely put into my different color folders. So that will be it on my What a Zoo 2 collection. And guys, popping back in here to let you know I did straighten those photos out. It was a little too wonky for me. And I also brought that square link chain on top of the brown paper. You can really see it on the left-hand side, and I just thought that was a nice added touch. So here you go. Here's the new layout. And that's all I have for this week's Workshop Wednesday. I hope you come back next week and see what we're going to do. Until then, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.